Hey, just wanted to pop in quickly. Not sure how long this video will be, but I'm having some some downloads as usual, which I need to be sharing. So we always need to remember when we're childhood trauma survivors, when we have gone through sexual harassment or assault, for example, or just bullying in general as sensitive beings, empaths and highly sensitive people who we are. So we have to keep in mind, that we never deserved any of that, and it's not our fault, and we did not manifest those things consciously, of course. I believe personally, because I have looked into this topic so much, because I had to, in order to stay sane and to do my work and all of that. So the devil is attacking us, God's chosen ones, sensitive beings, and those attacks can come very, very often. They can be daily life. And there is this battle, of course, this very horrific battle that is coming through, the spiritual warfare. And a big part of it is, of course, these wrongdoings that have been done to you. When you've been abused or, manipulated, brainwashed, gaslighted, whatever you've been through, you've been dealing with narcissistic people. They are devil's minions. They are devil's allies. They have demonic entities within them. And so, you don't want that into your life. You don't need that. You don't deserve that. So your job is to just be, staying away and healing and moving on, of course, and protecting yourself and your energies daily. Your health, because, your health is at stake, of course. And it has been your whole entire life. If you are a childhood trauma survivor, if your parents were narcissistic, so that has been the case for your whole life ever since you were a child. I've been having many thoughts recently. I just remembered, for example, that I was basically sexually harassed in kindergarten when I was like, well, I don't know how old I was. Of course, I was a small child, but I remember it. And it just popped into my mind just a few days ago. There was a boy who did that to me. He was a bit older than me. I'm not sure, maybe I was like 4 or 5 years old. Something like that. But anyway, so it just made me think how much I've gone through in my life. And looking back now that I'm 41, so it's a part of me, and what I do is to be, looking back and reflecting on what happened to me, so I can also help, of course, my clients a lot better. And I'm sharing my truth like I'm supposed to be doing, which is from God, which is from love, which is from, the right source. But yeah, so, when you are sensitive and you've been through childhood trauma by yourself, like I did, nobody ever interfered. I always encountered those situations by myself. There was nobody to defend me. And so, of course, it makes the trauma even worse. And when you're sensitive and you're an innocent child, it's awful. And you learn basically that people are evil and you cannot trust people, even though this is not, of course, what you might think, because if you're like me, as an earth angel starseed, we usually trust people we easily give value to people, we love people, we look up to people, we appreciate people and everything they do. And that is why we can be people pleasers. So deep down, maybe you have trust issues because of your trauma, but still you see the good in people. But yeah, so anyway, it's never your job to let back in those toxic people who did you wrong, even if it's your own mother. You're not obligated to be letting them back into your lives. Like this thought just came to me that if they hurt you once, if they left you once, you should just have that strict boundary with them that you're not gonna deal with them anymore, because you have to value and love yourself and know your own worth. And the precious work that you have been doing as you have been healing, that they have no idea of, because they are so immature and broken and selfish. So they don't have that understanding. That is why they try to come back, because they benefited from you in some way. It's so sick that, for example, my own narcissistic mother benefited from me because she used me as her therapist when I was a child. She always told me everything that had been going on with her life over and over and over again. And I know that I should have told her that maybe you need to seek help and therapy, that I'm not the right person. I'm a child. I should have maybe said to her that, don't you understand that I'm your daughter? I'm a child here. So I don't have the capacity to be bearing your pain. I should not be obligated to listen to your sorrows and these issues. Because you're my mother, you should be loving me unconditionally and taking care of me in every way possible. That is your responsibility, and you should take accountability and grow up and heal and learn that you cannot act like this with your own daughter, who is sensitive on top of everything and who has been bullied at school very badly also. So it's all clear to me now, but of course back then I had no idea. I was just a victim. It was very hard for me to stand up for myself. And of course, as Earth Angels, we usually are dealing with a nice girl syndrome, because you are basically that nice girl, always wanting to please others, But at the same time, you're bringing light and love and joy into the world. I have brought so much joy to people around me that I acknowledge now, but I did not, when it was happening, I did not value myself. I did not really, believe in my worth or anything like that. So it's been a lot of work. And, it can take years to be realizing these things after horrific trauma, So you just don't see those. You don't feel them in that way, that like you're supposed to be, that you would be building a healthy life and confidence for yourself, And this is so precious work that you need to do, and you should not be giving that up, that precious work, because you are precious and you are needed. So all the work that you do, you should not give that up, because it can be broken into 1,000 pieces like a mirror when Satan tries to attack you and steal your peace and steal your health again, steal your faith, because Satan wants to attack your faith, your feelings, your health, your everything. So this is the scheme, and my God, it's just so painful. It's so painful. But then you just need to be losing all that pain again, and holding on to your faith, holding on everything that you've been building for yourself. Because nobody can do that for you, and it's so valuable. Because your entire life depends on it. You know, that you know your value and worth and love yourself, and you know your place in this world, and you're not lost anymore. You're not an innocent victim anymore, because you are a winner, because you are a smart, strong, balanced, peaceful adult who knows better. You're not that child anymore who was a victim when there was nobody to help that child. But yeah, so that was also coming to me, that it is so golden and so precious when you are really building all of that inner peace, you know, inner healing, and all of that self-love and self-work, self-worth, because it's work. It's your, you know, it's really work. It's like climbing on top of this mountain. That is really what it feels like. And sometimes you might fall back, but then you just need to get back up again, you know? You just need to be getting going. Get going again. Don't let the evil forces get you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, because you are so needed, and you are born for a big reason, and you know, God wants you to be here. And I'm saying this with heart and soul, because I've been in that state when I was self-sabotaging, you know, in many ways. And sometimes I've had suicidal thoughts later in life as well, when I really felt like I am at the end of my rope right now. Seriously. So it's been the pressure, the pain, the anxiety, the panic attacks, the PTSD symptoms. They have been just horrific, just too much. And easily, you know, also been getting physical symptoms like fever, for example, or numbness, for example, in my right hand, because of the abuse from my ex, for example. So then I was like really scared, like, what is happening here? But at the same time, it's, you know, it's my body telling me that, you know, enough is enough, and this has to stop now, because you will die if this will just go on and on. This is not healthy. That's what they do. So if they abandoned you once and hurt you, don't let them back in if they try to come back, because this is usually the cycle with an empath and a narcissist, that they try to come back, and the toxic cycle just goes on and on and on, and it's never ending. And do you want to spend your life like that, used and abused and taken advantage of, and somebody benefiting from you, and you get nothing out of it except pain and health issues, psychological abuse, maybe physical abuse? These people can be so scary. So scary. It's crazy. When you feel like you cannot be anywhere in peace, you cannot be anywhere yourself. Somebody's always trying to attack you. So that's like the worst scenario from my experience. That is really coming from left and right, you know. Awful. But you just have to keep the faith. Just have to keep the faith. The love, the peace, the joy, the balance, the safety that is provided by God and Jesus from the universe, you know, from your angels, from your spiritual support team. It's always present. So you must not let evil win. And you must not let people kill your dreams, because you were born with your dreams. So your dreams have been given to you also by God, by a big reason for you to be yourself, and to make your dreams come true, to be in your own power, not to be constantly unhappy and miserable, and fighting for your health and sanity, and be dealing with toxic people. I also believe that when you really just, follow your own calling, your own mission, and you're just being yourself, it's creating this healthy high vibration. It's improving your health, your life in its wholeness. Your aura is fixed and healed. It's not full of holes, because an aura can be full of holes, and then these entities can come through, because we have auras as people. So our aura, our energy field, is there to protect us, and of course our chakras as well. So we always should take care of, the entirety that is our body and our energy field, and energy centers. Everything's a combination: our mind, our body, and our energy. These are so fascinating things, but it also reminds about the fact that we are spiritual beings, that we are spirits in human bodies with souls, and the souls goes on and on and on when we die, and the spirit usually goes to heaven, should go to heaven, of course, to have peace. But yeah, anyway, so I guess this was what is coming to me right now. That's when you really, cultivate all of that faith and happiness and self-love. It's really a powerful protective shield. And if you're really doing what you love, and following the mission that God has given you, because we all have those missions, and it's just that some people don't follow them, intentionally or not. But anyway, but yeah, happy Saturday, and don't forget that you can reach out if you need to chat, and if you're interested in working with me one-on-one. And check out also my other services, such as my online courses and my self-help book and my freebies, if you haven't already, on my website or on my Instagram by a link. Much love. Namaste.